Well, it's that time of the year. Sage is finally posting a video. Wow. Anyway, sorry, this is a survival pack video. I've seen a lot of these over the years. And so I decided, hey, I want to make my own, and I want to post it on YouTube. Ha! Okay, before I get started, all of this fit in a camel pack. Yes, just a camel pack. And look at this. Do you see this? That's a lot. Okay, so to get started, we'll start with fire starting materials. This was a little fire starter that I made with a t-shirt, napkins, and pencil shavings. This is the little magnesium sparkers. Very helpful. And then I have a waterproof container of matches over here with the strikers on them. And inside the container of matches I have candles too. So that way I can keep the fire going longer. And then a whole box of matches. And that's all I really need to cover with fire. Down here I have candles, which I just love because they last longer than matches, but basically act the exact same. Okay, now let's move on to knives. I have different qualities of knife. I don't know how to say that. I have the fine-tune work, which is basically just any small knife. I have the medium-sized knives, which this one I actually made, which I'm loving. And then this one is also my fine-tuning. Okay, I love Swisses. Do you know why? Tweezers and toothpicks. And that is really important to me because if you're actually in a survival situation, to make it a little bit better, let's say you get a splinter stuck in your finger and you cannot get it out. It will suck if you do not have at least one pair of tweezers to try and get it out. I could have just thrown a pair of tweezers in here because that would save me more space, but I don't care. And then I have the heavy duty stuff to do chopping. And yes, I know what everyone's saying, this is a Bowie knife, and so technically it's illegal. You're camping. It doesn't matter. Well, no, not necessarily camping. Like, this could be a survival situation. So, God, people, come on, no one's gonna care. And then over here I have a 4x6 tarp, which shelter. And then I have a blanket over here also for shelter. The blanket's a bit smaller than the tarp, so whatever, no one cares. Well, you could also get a bigger tarp. And over here I have a triangular file for making serrated edges, just sharpening the edge, whatever else. Then I have a sharpening stone, which that will be helpful to keep all my knives sharp. Over here I have the etc. area, as I call it. So you have a notebook for entertainment or, I don't know, death note. Just, hey, I'm dying, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, whatever else. Flashlight, it's a wind up, so that way you do not depend on batteries. Over here I have one of the little Christmas tree lights from like the dollar store, and it's red. That will preserve your night vision, which is lovely. And then I have some masonry line. Everyone's asking me, why don't you use paracord? Paracord's bigger, thicker, and masonry line just has many uses. Everyone says, it can't hold that much weight, it can't hold that much weight. Braid it together. I have band-aids, and then electrical tape. The electrical tape is for if you make something and you need a handle. This will make sure the handle is nice and smooth and you cannot get splinters or anything else. And then I have my little soul survival kit, which is brilliant. It has the little survival guide thing, blah bitty blah. Tinfoil, little strike on fire starters, safety pins, fishing hooks, a bit of wire, rope, and then I was able to fit a book of matches in there, and then a magnifying glass. It's actually a glasses lens, if I can grab it. So that way you can start fires with that too. Then of course on the other side we have our little fire striker, and then a compass, and then this one I love, the flashlight knife whistle, which honestly that could not be any more brilliant to put into one piece. Of course, lose that piece, that sucks. Then over here, I call it the culinary section. So inside the blanket, I have sardines, napkins. The napkins can also be used for your face, other areas, sorry, and fire starter. And then, of course, I have the little silverware kits, but the knife disappeared. So, where will I ever get another knife to cut my food with? Where, oh where? Sorry. Then I also have a little metal cup full of two currently, 3 oatmeal packets and 2 hot chocolate containers. Packets, sorry. Why is that helpful? Well, food, and then the hot chocolate is more of like an emotional boost if you're really like sad, depressed, or looking down on things, if it's a survival situation. So this will be very helpful. And you really only have like 4 meals. Of course, you can go fishing or whatever else, catching. That's what I also love the masonry line. You can use it for like traps and stuff to catch your food. And then you have the little frying pan? I don't know. The little cooking pan. I'm not saying you have to have all of this. I'm just saying it's helpful to expand your options. Okay, and with the Fire Striker, I have the little black thing that comes with it, but my little homemade one, I ground it down to a 90-degree angle so I can just spark it with this or any other knife. But all of this fit inside of a camel pack. You cannot beat that. With all of this, you could live roughly, not a day, like half a week, maybe, if you're good enough at that. And I know a lot of people hate the wind-up flashlights. I hate it even. But it's brilliant. It is just brilliant to have. And yes, you could get a different thing. Like, you could get this one. Not half bad. Or, as I like to call it, you could get a midget cricket. With the little focusing ones, so that is also amazing. The thing I love about... I could have added the midget cricket because there's so much room for it, but this one is my everyday carry one, so I'm not using that. I could have bought more, but whatever. And then, of course, if you're going to get the non-wind-ups, bring batteries. Please, I cannot say that enough. Bring batteries. This is a 1AA flashlight, so if you have one in here and then you bring 8 more, you have 9 batteries total, and 1 battery could last you a good night. Well, depending on how much you use it, like, I've had this flashlight a while, and it could last a whole week on 1 battery. And then, of course, if you got a bigger backpack, you could fit way more stuff. And then, clothing. I love this neon yellow shirt because you can wear it, and then if you need to, you can signal. You can signal with it. That's what I love about it. But yeah, all of this stuff inside a camel pack. I just find that so awesome. And you could get a bigger bag. You could. But this thing I could just throw in the back of my car and then just drive off. Because it's not going to take up that much space. But, yeah, I know. Everyone's going to say, take out the Bowie knife first. Well, I could just use something like that. Something like that would just be fine. But, okay. What else have I not covered? I think I covered everything. Awesome. And then if you wear glasses, you can, instead of packing that in your bag, just use your glasses. Everyone tells me, no, don't use your glasses. It's bad for your glasses. No, it's not. Your glasses do it naturally. So, with this whole kit, if you're good at catching things, building, and have a good shelter, I think you could last at least a week. Which, in a survival situation, awesome. Flat out awesome. So, I'd call this good. If you want more, like, subscribe, and and comment. Sorry, this is my first video, so if I sound stupid, don't comment it, please. I know I sound stupid.